So the new trans is fully unwrapped. Just gonna try to get it mounted in there. Hopefully it won't be too terribly bad. But I got my new little harness in for the manual valve body for power, lockup, and overdrive. Make a nice little harness out of that. I got the shifter mounted there. Like I said, I've already showed my end fittings, but I just want to go over this one more time about the put some fluid in this converter. It'll hold a little bit. You don't ever want to start them completely dry. We're about to put some fluid in this converter, slam it on there, and see if I can't work on getting this thing mounted this afternoon. So we did get the trans put in this afternoon. Big thumbs up. Thank you again, Johnny. I know you'll end up watching it, but really, dude, I really appreciate the help. I got it out by myself, but there was definitely not getting it back in by myself. Put that converter on the front of this thing and it gets a little heavy. It'll be a little bit before I get the transfer case done. That's why I've got it just sitting on this jack stand. I mean, it's not, I mean, you can move it. I mean, it's got some room. I just put the jack stand under it just in case. That's precious jewelry. But I got it all wired. I got the new wire and harness. I still gotta mess with the stock harness and plug all that in. You see, I still gotta put the speed sensor in, or at least that's what I'm pretty sure goes there. But I got it. Converters, probably can't see that. The converters, fixing to get the converter bolted up, but that's how she'll go. Now I can kind of see how I want to run the trans lines. And the next thing after I get the converter in will be getting the shift linkage kind of through the bottom of the cab there. Won't be able to put it on because this pan's coming off. My new pan is being shipped, so I should have that this week. Depending on when I get it, I might start putting it in. I still got to put the dipstick tube in here as well. But it's in. It's bolted to the motor, and we should be good to go. So I basically gave up on videoing all the wiring because pretty much it just gets boring wiring all this stuff. But I just kind of wanted to show this is almost final. There's a couple of things. I got to pull this down a little bit in the cab. That's the EGT probe, or one of them. But everything's wire loomed. I went this morning and got this cable. I've had a few of these. This is the one that goes on a stock truck. It'd go to the passenger side battery, but I've removed it. So basically what I did was just cut it down to the length that I wanted, put an end on it. It's going straight to the alternator now. But it's in. Fuse panel. Like I said, I got 3 taps in there. I'm running this 3-way splitter for all the accessories with fuses in here. Then I've got the air dog running on its own. That relay, I had to redo the relay for the for the light bar. I had to redo it. I tried just to splice into that original harness and it just did not turn out well. As soon as I hooked power to it, it stayed on, and I don't know why. I basically just gave up trying to figure out what was going on in their harness and just cut the lines and made my own, because I knew how to make it. I just didn't know what was going on in their harness, so I just gave up on it. Used one of my good relays that I got off of Amazon. But as you can see, everything's wire loomed all up. I think it looks pretty. Come up here, headlights are back in. I have my new bulbs. You can see there, I got it all nice, tidied up where you really can't see it. This new one loomed up. Like I said, it's just going straight to the alternator. So it's coming along. So I gotta hook the EGT probe up. Probably gonna put that in something so it's not just exposed. I just hadn't figured out what exactly I want to do yet. So the interior is pretty much almost done. I just need to basically wipe it down where my dirty hands have gotten on it. But there's the switches mounted, trans cooler, fog lights. I'll give a little demonstration on what they look like. And there's the double pod there. And then those over there. Got the big hole where the shifter used to be. Got my CV back mounted. Everything's wired. I just got to do something with those 2 wires. hook my CTS tube back up and basically just put the interior parts back together. But it's coming along. Here, I'll give a quick little demonstration of how these are. I'm gonna turn the flashlight off to show you how bright the LEDs are. And that's what they look like. I think they're pretty nice. And that one. So, I think they're pretty neat. I like them. I think it turned out really good. I just need to, like I said, just finish cleaning up in here a couple of things, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Here's a quick shot of the adapter plate that I got back from Powder Coat. This is the one off of my spare motor that I got. It's a G56, but the G56 ones do fit the 48 REs. Before I sent it to Powder Coat, I checked it on the trans I pulled off of the truck, and I used it just to make sure I had the converter all the way in on the new trans. But it sure did turn out nice. It's not going in now. It'll basically just gonna save it until I get the new motor, and then it will go on the new motor. That way everything will be nice and painted and all pretty. And the last thing I kind of wanted to go over again, I hadn't done an update on this in a while, but finally got around since I was doing the sump and tank and all that good stuff. I decided to go ahead and mess with my bypass oil filter from 07. So this is the plate that I made to go on bottom, and basically it'll mount on the top of the front of the head, like where people would do like a dual CP3 mount, or on the 03s, the 05s, you would have the engine mounted apps. That's what I modeled this piece off of, was my engine mounted apps on this 03, and cleaned it up, got it all nice. I just need to, I got to build some bracing for it. That's the last thing I have to cut out, but then I got ahead and got this piece all made. So the filter top, and then my back plate, what it's mounting to. I try to make this look like it's all one solid piece was the plan. I think it turned out pretty sweet. I actually like it. There's a little gap. I mean, you can tell it's two pieces obviously with the bolts, but I like it. I think it's going to turn out nice. I just need to get it welded. Need to cut my other bracing. Basically that'll just weld on top like that, and that's how it will mount. And then I will have some basically triangle bracing coming here to here, basically tying it there so it can't, you know, wobble back and forth as the motor's running. And again, I'll probably get my boy Clay to hook me up some good welds again. But then we'll just send this whole piece to Powder Coat, bolts and all, and it should turn out nice. The powder will fill the little gaps between these two pieces here, and should make it look like one piece, just like we did the transmission filter on this 03. But that's it. Hopefully I get an update video on of getting this put in the truck. And I actually got another part that's actually come in a couple days ago for the 07, so can't wait to unbox that and getting going, putting some stuff on the 07.